like your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head.
Guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I just showed you guys a meal that we had yesterday. Hello everyone, I am doing meals of the week. I'm showing you what I'm making for my large family of 11 for 1 week. Every week is different. Every week we have something. I don't do like this set hardcore meal plan. I love all y'all that do that. That's wonderful. But I just do what works for me. And when I grocery shop, or even when I do a large grocery haul, I pretty much kind of plan out the sides with the meat, and that's what helps me put the meal together. So I don't make it just like hard and tough on myself, like, oh, I've got this day I gotta make this day I gotta make that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you guys, I am one of those ones that if I eat chicken for lunch, I want some type beef, fish, pork flavors that night. And it does not always go that way, but that's what I try to do. And I'm going to always incorporate a vegetable, and always incorporate a starch, and always incorporate some type fruit in one of the meals. So tonight, you saw last night that we had cabbage and sweet potato casserole, and I roasted 2 chickens, and we did, what else did we do? I'm trying to think. Stuffed jalapenos, and that was just cream cheese and cheddar cheese, a little seasoning, and I baked them off. I did not show the video of me processing everything, like making everything and putting everything, taking you through the process. I will do that with some of these meals, but not every meal. So I just showed you guys what we had last night, and tonight it's going to be one of those nights again that I did that. It was a busy day, and so I just came in, went full force, didn't even take out meat tonight. So I was just like, oh my goodness. But I got home like right at 5 o'clock, took out some steaks, unthawed them with the cold water method, and they're on the grill right now. I'm grilling them up. And we're going to have some smashed potatoes, some sweet corn on the cob, and I made a fruit salad and some cherry lemonade. So I'm going to show you guys that, but stick around because we've got many more meals coming for a week worth of meals. And don't mind my hair, y'all. When I came home, I got comfortable. I took off my glasses because my face was kind of, it's not sweaty. And it looks sweaty, but it's not sweaty. It's actually still pretty cool outside. But it just, this new moisturizer that I'm using, I know this is not the type of vlog for that, but it gives my face more moisture. And I like it, but my glasses tend to keep sliding down, and I'm like, and I need to go get them adjusted again. But yeah. So stick around. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Saturday, we are doing meals of the week. It is March 30th, and it is the day before Easter. I'm doing meals of the week. I showed you. I'm going to show you. I started on Wednesday, and Thursday we ended up eating out. We did pizza. No, I'm sorry. I started on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we ended up eating out. My foot was killing me. I just could not. I was going to make a lasagna, but I was in so much pain, so we just grabbed some pizza. And I didn't record that because it was not a meal that I made. It was just some takeout. So, and that's no fun in that. But I am going to show you what I'm making for Easter dinner / lunch. Easter dinner / yeah. So, let me show you what I do. Every year I do lamb for Easter. And I'm doing lamb chops, and this is 4 racks of lamb chops that I'm going to cut up. I've already just cleaned them, and I'm going to cut them up and season them up. And right here is a leg of lamb, and I'm going to put this actually in the crock pot. And it works out fine because I'm gonna actually slow cook this in the crock pot all night. So she's sitting over here just waiting to get instructions. So over here, besides the dishwater, I've got my potatoes cut up, washed and cut up, and I've got some carrots, and I'm gonna dice up some onions to go in there. This is gonna be the bed of my lamb chops, and I'm gonna also just throw some in there in the crock pot as well. I'll show you guys how I do both so you can see if you want to try. You can either, if you don't like lamb, you could try this with a chuck roast or a pork roast or a pork butt if you wanted to. I am doing turnip greens as one of the sides, and then of course we're having vegetables. I'm going to do pasta salad and homemade cornbread, and that is it. That's going to be Sunday lunch, and of course we'll have leftovers. Probably not any of the veggies so much, but we'll definitely have some of the leg of lamb left over. I've got my water over here boiling right now for my pasta salad, and that's just, you know what goes in pasta salad, just some veggies. I always put tomatoes and cucumbers in my pasta salad, and some spices, and then of course some Italian dressing. And then as far as my turnips, and this particular one, I've got 2 bags of turnips. I hate that I didn't have just mustards, but I did see this blend where I got 1 bag like this, collards, mustard, and turnips. And so I know mustards and turnips are so good together because they almost taste the same. So I think that we will enjoy those either way. This braid is just like sticking out like a rope. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys the process, and then I'll show you guys tomorrow the finished product. I'm starting on Saturday because I don't want to have to try to cook a meal like this after church. It literally pushes. We get out of church around 11:30, get home around 12:30, and if I come home and cook, which I typically always do on a Sunday, we may pick up some fast food or something like that, but it always takes me so long to prepare a meal because I'm preparing larger amounts, so it takes longer for me to do it. So this works out better for me to start on Saturday, and everything will just be warmed up tomorrow, Lord's willing, after we get out of service, and we can eat and relax for the rest of the day. So yeah, let's get started. got it set on 15 hours on low, but I honestly don't want to start it right now because I probably around 7, and it's 5:14 right. So yeah, I'll start it at 7 and do it like that, because when I started my prime rib last year, that's what I made. I made a prime rib last year. I didn't do lamb, so that was the trade-off, either a prime rib or lamb. Prime ribs typically are always Christmas, but I have more extra, and so I was like, I'm just going to use that prime rib instead of going to spend that money on lamb. Lamb, of course, around this time and around Christmas time, holiday time, the 2 major holidays, Christmas and Easter, they're on sale. So that's what you have to take in consideration if you want to have something like that when it goes on sale, even if you don't have a taste for it. If you can afford to buy it, just go ahead and buy it, put it in the freezer, and then whenever you want it, you can pull it out. You probably already knew that, but I just wanted to share that secret with you. If that's ever a time when you're like, I didn't have a taste for that. Yeah, but you will have one day, and you'll have it in your freezer, and you'll have money still in your account to where it's like, yay, I'm glad I did that. Okay, so it's Sunday evening. It is 7:16 and it is dinner time. So I showed you guys, I made 2 dinners. That's typically how I do on the weekends. Saturday, not so much. We'll typically eat out on Saturday for lunch, but then I make dinner. But on Sundays, I cook twice, or we may just grab pizza or something like that. But tonight I did some homemade wings. I made 3 types plain. I just roasted them in the oven. I did buffalo honey and brown butter lemon pepper. And I did some store-bought fries, the little Checkers fries, and or Rally's Checkers or whatever. And then I did a fruit tray, and that is dinner because we had a big spread this afternoon after service. I did lamb. You've seen all of that. So yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow with another meal. Bye. Welcome back to my channel. So it is Monday. It is meals of the week, and we are, let me see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, Friday we ate out. So Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. We're 4 meals in, and today is meal 5. I'm trying to keep up because I want to give you guys a week worth of meals. I do not share if I don't cook, because that's not like a week worth of meals. Anybody can go order Papa John's. So we're only showing meals of the week that I'm preparing for my large family of 11. So tonight I'm doing lasagna, and I'm still kind of debating if I want to do like a salad or if I want to do green beans or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I am making homemade lasagna and I'm making some homemade garlic breadsticks. I'm going to share this recipe with you guys, so if you want to try it, you can. This is just an easy recipe. It's like a copycat of Olive Garden breadsticks, and I'm just going to show you guys the ingredients. It's really, really simple and easy, and I've made them before and they're so good. They are so good. So these are the ingredients that you will need. You'll need 1.5 teaspoons of, I'm doing instant yeast. I like to do the instant when I make bread and stuff. That's just my go-to, because of course you don't have to let this proof for 5 minutes, but you'll need 1.5 teaspoons of either active dry yeast or instant. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I've got some garlic powder, which is a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, excuse me boys, and then you need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. You'll need 1/4 cup of vegetable oil or oil of your choice. If you don't like vegetable oil, you can use olive oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, butter, just whatever, canola oil. And you'll need 4 cups of AP flour. The recipe calls for bread flour, but I don't have any bread flour, and like I said, I've made this before, and I make bread typically. When I started off baking bread, I did bread flour. It does come out a different texture, a little bit crispier, but this comes out a little bit more chewier, like what you get at the store. Okay, and then you need 1 1/3 cup of warm water and a measuring cup. And then over here, need of course a stand mixer, something that's going to mix good, or you can knead it with your hand. I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of butter. This is just to brush once they come out of the oven, and I'm going to brush it. I'm going to put a little kosher salt, a little garlic powder, and a little bit of Italian seasoning just on the top to mix in, and I'll show you guys to where it really gives that authentic Olive Garden bread flavor, because you see little bits of parsley and stuff. But yeah, and then of course you'll need a greased bowl. I just did some olive oil cooking spray because you're going to let this rise for half an hour. Cover it with plastic wrap, and of course I have my plastic wrap over here. And I'm just going to throw this recipe. What I like about it is because I'm doing instant, I can throw everything in here. So let's throw everything in here and get this bread set to the side so we can start on our lasagna. It is a ball, and it's going to be a little thick, a little sticky. That's the way you want it. It looks small, but it's going to double in size in an hour and a half. I got my plastic wrap that I'm going to tightly. You want it to be very, very tight, and sit it in a warm place. I'm going to keep it in my dining room because it's in the high 70s today here. Watch out, baby. Okay. So it will be just fine to rise. But if it was cold, I typically put my bread near my oven, and it rises perfect like that. And that's a tip too, if you want to do a quick rise with bread. Just sit it in a warm place, like if you have like a wood stove or something. Don't sit it on the wood stove, but sit it like near the table of a wood stove, or you know, you want to do it like that. And then the oven, you can always put turn the oven on like 170 and leave it on there, and it'll rise perfect. So this is sealed tight. We're gonna put it over here in the sun, let it rise. I'm gonna clean up and we'll start on our other ingredients. Guys, so we are going on back to continuing our recipe, meals of the week. I'm going to show you guys really quickly what I use and how I make my lasagna. I know there's so many different recipes. I'm not trying to, this is my own take on a recipe. This is like a rendition of a childhood recipe. And I share it with my family from my mom making it, and it's always been good. Minus my mom has never used ground turkey, but that was not like a big thing up until, you know, the last 10-15 years. So not even, I wouldn't even say 15 years, the last 5 to 10 years the ground turkey has come on the map. Y'all excuse that singing, that's Mr. Cash. He's on the stairs singing. This is the brand if you wanted to see. You see it's like the lean 7% fat because it's mixed, and it's the Shady Brook. I'm gonna let this cook. I'm gonna dice up an onion and saute that and add some spices. Like I said, you don't have to drain this. This is the advantage of using ground chicken or ground turkey, because you don't have to drain the fat off of it, because you don't want a greasy dish. So here are the ingredients. So these are the ingredients for my lasagna. For my spices, I use beef bouillon, garlic powder, granulated onion. I'm sorry, I'm not even reading it. I'm just like, whatever. Granulated onion, garlic pepper seasoning, which is, to me, is just more of garlic and pepper, not really a lot of salt. So that's why I like to use that. And granulated garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you want to. I just don't have any more. Some paprika and some Italian seasoning. And I use just a little bit of brown sugar, just for the acidity of the sauce. Now I am stuck on this Oven Ready. My sister has me stuck on this because it is just a lifesaver. I used to boil those noodles and then like layer it, and it was just so much. This is my new fave, because I would throw away so much sauce, and I never throw away sauce because you need the extra sauce to cook your noodles and they won't be overcooked. Okay, so Oven Ready lasagna, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of my favorite type of sauce that I like to use. I love the tomato and basil and the 5 cheese. I like to mix those together, or the garlic and tomato. It just depends on the brand, but these are my favorite flavors when it comes to tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce or marinara, whatever. And that has olive oil in it. Okay, then I do cottage cheese. I like the cottage cheese better than the ricotta, and my family likes it better. When I make it, they always tell the difference. It was like times where they were just like, did not like lasagna at all, because they said they just did not like the flavor of the ricotta. I would even try to flavor it, add like add more cheese to it and add some spices, and they still just did not like the gritty texture of it. So I don't know why, but we like the cottage cheese, and I do not add an egg to my cottage cheese. I'm going to show you guys how I do it, and it is a game changer because it tastes so good. So cottage cheese, I like the small curds because they blend better the way that I make it. And then I have 3 different cheeses. I have this Italian blend, and then I've got some fresh Parmesan and Asiago, and I think Romano cheese, and then just a cheddar. So it's like it's like 6 different cheeses, but because this is like mozzarella and smoked provolone. So like 6 different cheeses, but in a small portion. So 4, and then I'll probably use a cup or 2 of Parmesan. And I bake my lasagna covered on 375 degrees for 30 minutes. And the remaining 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I uncovered and let the cheese bubble up on top and crisp up. So, okay guys, so now I am going to finish cooking the ground turkey with the onions. So you see there's no grease. You do not have to drain it. So that is definitely a win, and it looks just like ground beef. So I'm going to add my spices. If you want to know exactly how much seasoning that I use a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half. And for some reason I deleted the part of the video where I wanted to show you guys what I do with the cottage cheese. After I add all of my spices and my sauce and a little bit of water and mix everything in, I add the cottage cheese in there and let it simmer. It is a game changer, you guys, because it cooks together anyway, but I know that you probably don't look at it like that, but it is so delicious, and I promise you, you will love it if you try it that way. I was saying, turn to the just be seeing talking sauce. I like to give you guys some, don't mind my hair. We have not been anywhere today and it has felt good. My feet not pushing a gas pedal. Because sometimes it is just so, you know how it is. When you have to get out and about, driving makes you so tired because everybody around you is just like not on the mission, not on a mom mission. To get to Target, to get to Walmart, to get to these appointments. So, anyway, I'm gonna get this lasagna made up and I'll show you guys how it looks. $3.75 for 50 minutes. Hey guys, so it is the last day for Meals of the Week. This is the last meal. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I was going to do a bonus meal, but now it's just like I don't even know what I'm going to make the next couple of days. So that's kind of up in the air. I started feeling bad. Cash, that's enough. I started feeling bad and I had to sit down. We had a park day and it got in the high 80s today and I walked around the whole entire time. So I just got overheated, and when I came in, the house was hot. I needed to turn the air on because the air wasn't on since yesterday downstairs, and so I just got overheated and I turned the air on, and it took a while to clean up, and I just felt like ugh. So I've been sitting down, and now I've got to get over and start cooking. Tonight is Marry Me Chicken. I'm going to show you guys the ingredients, and I will do a voiceover and tell you guys how to do this. If I know it's a lot of recipes out, but I'm trying this particular one with orzo pasta. I think it will be really good. Usually I do it with rice or baked potato, and I've even done it with fettuccine or angel hair pasta, but I'm going to try some orzo pasta because I think it's still going to be pasta, but yet it's going to be like rice, and it's going to be delicious. I know it's going to be delicious because I don't change the recipe. I just change the bed of what it lays on, if that makes any sense. So let's get started. Okay guys, so these are the ingredients that you will need. They're simple, easy. I've got some boneless, skinless breasts that I cut in half. It was like a large family pack. I cut them in like thin strips because I want the chicken to go over the pasta and the cream sauce, and I don't want it to be just, it's like a one pot dish, so I kind of want it to minimize the size of the breast, if that makes any sense. If I have these already, but you can definitely, if you are going to the store to pick up the chicken, you can grab some chicken tenderloins if you're making a large quantity. If you're not making a large quantity of it, just leave it, you know, slice them in half or leave it whole, however you eat your breast. But and you can also do this with pork chops. You can do this with salmon. I've done it with salmon, and I've done it with steak and chicken. Of course, I would not recommend a bone like legs or something like that, because it's just, you can't get the full fledged. It's going to be a cream sauce with cheese, so unless you just like it, then I would go with, if you want dark meat, go with boneless, skinless thighs. I love making it with boneless, skinless thighs, or you can make it with the skin and bone on the thighs. It'll be so good. So chicken breast, you need some fresh clean spinach. I've already washed and cleaned my spinach. This is a large size bowl. I buy the large bowl from Sam's Club, and I just divided that in half and froze the rest because I can use that for other dishes. You need 1 can of diced tomatoes, some really good grade Parmesan cheese. This is my same Parmesan Reggiano and Asiago cheese that I bought 2 weeks ago when I did a grocery haul, and it can make so many meals with it. You need about a cup or 2, just whatever amount of cheese that you like. I've got some softened unsalted butter. You'll need some heavy cream, of course some orzo pasta or whatever. Like I said, if you don't want to do orzo, you can always do, just like fettuccine, angel hair. You can do rice, or you can do baked potato. I've even done it with a sweet potato. I'm gonna serve it with just a regular salad with some cheese, croutons, tomato, and cucumbers, and ranch dressing. Sorry about my, I have to have my dishwater. Sanitize stuff down. I've got this same seasonings that I pretty much use, except the only thing that's different, the 2 things that's different in this recipe, I am out of chicken bouillon seasoning, but this Knorr tomato chicken bouillon, because it's going to be like a tomato base with the tomatoes in it, it honestly does not have a strong tomato flavor, so I'm going to season that up with it, and I'm going to use this Parmesan, sorry about my flour, y'all, Parmesan herb oil on my chicken, and a little paprika, a little bit of black pepper. I'm sorry, y'all. This is so funny. This is my little HEB black pepper, and a tablespoon of brown sugar, and then of course for the main ingredient you got to have Lysol bleach. I'm just playing. I'm sorry, y'all. No, you don't have bleach. That was just there from me disinfecting my sink after I washed my chicken. And of course you need some type of spatula or whisk for your cream sauce. So let's get started. The chicken is seared. It's not completely cooked. This is what you need to do. Sear it on both sides till it gets a nice brown crust that looks like this, and then we're going to finish roasting it for about 20 or 30 minutes in the oven on 375. That'll give us time to make our cream sauce, and then we'll pour it over it, and then we'll be eating. Guys, so it is now time for us to make our cream sauce. We've got the remaining of this butter. This was a cup of butter, if you want to know the exact measurements. So I did a half a cup, which was 1 stick for the searing of our chicken, and then the other half cup for our sauce. So I'm going to throw in spinach. I'm going to kind of just cook the spinach down. Hey guys, so you're going to cook your spinach down. Now you're going to add 1 can of diced tomatoes. Mix that in very well. Add some heavy cream to your mixture, and then Parmesan cheese, a little salt and pepper to taste, and that is it. And we're going to pour this over our chicken and let it finish simmering and let the cheese melt on top, and then we'll be eating dinner. Like I said, I'm serving mine over some orzo pasta, but you can use whatever side that you want. But this is Marry Me chicken. So once you have removed it from the heat, it will look like this once you pour the sauce. Now we're going to top it with our cheese of your choice, of course, if you don't want the cheese of choice that I chose, and let that melt and bubble up, and you are ready to eat. Is a wrap, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this Meals of the Week, large family style, and it can be small family style too. I just have a large family, but these meals can be made in the size from 1 to 20 people. So I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Actually, that video, I have not had time to sit down and edit it, but hopefully that video will be our vacation vlog. And if not, then it'll be another day in the life, and then I'll come hopefully when I have time to sit down and get that vacation vlog out. I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's just some different clips of the things that we did in Texas. See you later.